Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Murtaye Namaha. Chaitanyam Sarvagam Sarvam Sarvabhuta Guhashayam Yat Sarva Vishayatitam Tasmai Sarvavide Namaha. Now we're starting the 19th and the last chapter of this text, Upadesha Sahasri. Here it is called Bheshaja Prayoga Prakaranam. Bheshaja means Ausadhi, or the medicine. So Bheshaja Prayoga Prakaranam, application of medicine for the disease of samsara. In the introduction, the Tikakara says, Tadevam Sanksheva Vistarabhyam Tattvam Padartha Parishodhana Purvakam Brahmatmaika Lakshana Vakyartha Jnanam Sakalam Safalam Saravedanta Pratyam Pramana Yuktibhyam Upavaditam. Brahmatmaikya Lakshana Vakyartha Jnanam. Vakyartha, Mahavakyartha. Vakyartha Jnanam, the knowledge of the Mahavakya, which reveals Brahmatmaikya. So Mahavakya that reveals the identity of Brahma and Atma, that's Safalam, along with the Phala result, which is Moksha or Mukti. Sarvedanta Pratyayam, which is the essential topic, subject matter of all the Vedantas, which is revealed by all the Vedantas. Pramana yuktibhyam upapaditam has been upapaditam, logically presented. Pramana and yukti. Pramanam is the Shastra Pramanam here, and the yukti is the reasoning. So Shravanam and Manam upapaditam. So this Brahmatmaika Lakshana Vakyartha Jnanam Tattvam Padartha Parishodhana Purvakam. So Brahma Atma Aikya Lakshanam. So Brahma is Tatpadam, Atma is the Tvam Pada. So Tattvam Padartha Parishodhana Purvakam. First, the meaning of what is Tvam or Tat is determined. Then what's the meaning of Tvam is determined, or one way or the other. So Parishodhana Purvakam. Because we already have our own conclusions about what Tat is and conclusions about what Tvam is. Who I am, there are conclusions about that arising from the habitual identification of Upadhi. I also conclusions about who Ishvara is or Tat is, arising again from the identification of the Maya. And that is what creates this sense of separation, duality, and also divisions among one another. Therefore, parishodhana purvakam. So if we did not know what is Tat and Tvam, and that was not a part of our awareness at all, there would have been no problem. But I am constantly aware of Tvam or myself, about which I am entertaining all kinds of false notions. And therefore, parishodhana purvaka. What's the essential nature of Tvam? By the Atma, Anatma, Viveka. What is the essential nature of Tat? Also by the Viveka of the Tat and the Upadhi, which is Maya. Parishodhana purvakam. Having now gained the knowledge of what the essential meaning of Tvam is and Tat is, and then see the identity between the two. Brahmatmaikya lakshanam vakyartha jnanam. Vakya means Mahavakyartha Jnanam, the knowledge of the Mahavakya, the meaning of Mahavakya. Sankshepa Vistarabhyam. Sankshepa in brief, Vistara in detail. So, Samasa and Vyasa with both ways. So, saying what is the Tatparya and then explaining it, or sometimes explaining again concluding. Safalam, along with the phala which is moksha, Sarvedanta pratyam pramana yuktibhyam upapadidam. So that is what has been done in the chapter so far. Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Satya, Jnana, Ananta, Ananda, Svabhavasya, Pratyegatmana. In Pratyegatma, the innermost self of myself. Nitya Shuddha, ever free, ever pure. Nitya Buddha, ever free. Nitya Buddha, ever enlightened of the nature of knowledge or consciousness. Nitya Mukta, ever free. Satya, Jnana, Anandam, Anandam, Vijnanam, Anandam, Brahma. Svabhavasya, and so, Pratyegatmana. Pratyegatma, indwelling self, which is of this nature, Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Satya, Jnana, Ananda, Svabhavasya, Atmana. Bheda viparyasadi, aneka anartha hetuscha. But this Atma is one, non-dual, ever free, whole and complete. Bheda, there is Bheda or the duality, division seen is Atma, that Atma that you are is different from Atma that I am. Viparyasa again, and who am I also, there is Viparita Buddhi arising from the identification of the body, that therefore Viparyasa or Viparita, so Viparyaya, which is the false notions. So there is a division between you and me or myself and the world, and Viparyaya with the false notion about myself and the world also. Bheda viparyasadi aneka anartha hetu. Thus, countless anarthas are happening. So, countless suffering is happening because of this. Ahankara, manobuddhi, chittavacham, antahkaranam. So here he said that the cause of all of this is antahkaranam. Antahkaranam consisting of manaha, buddhi, chittam, ahankara. This antahkaranam is the hetu, the cause of bheda, the division, viparyasa, the false notions, iti tatra tatra uktam. Antahkaranam is the cause for all these divisions and for all these superimpositions, etc. You can put it that if you want to, that it has become the habit of the mind to superimpose. This is very described in Vivekeswaram in great detail as to how the mind always superimposes habitually and thus establishes or imposes aham mama in body mind in this upadhi. So that manas part is the superimposing part, the buddhi part is where ignorance is and false notions are. And so the result is ahankara or the aham buddhi in the upadhi. So it's basically ignorance is the cause, and the false notions arising from ignorance, except that ignorance is centered or located in the antahkarana. False notions or brahma are also in antahkarana. In that sense, antahkarana is said to be the hetu or the cause of the viparita buddhi, false notions, and bheda, the divisions that I am suffering from. Iti cha tatra tatra uktam. So this has been stated here wherever the occasion came. Idanim pradhanyena manah adhyasa nibandhana eva atmah samsaraha. Adhyasa or the superimposition takes place at the level of the mind. If you say it is a habit of the mind to superimpose. The cause can be said to be ignorance, but ignorance results into superimposition or identification of upadhi, taking the body to be the self. Therefore, pradhanyena manah adhyasa nibandhanaya atmana samsaraha. Therefore, the primary cause of samsara or main cause of samsara is this mind, of which the nature is adhyasa, superimposition. And so, mind again, he is identified as the main culprit as far as the viparyasa, viparita buddhi is concerned, as far as the bheda bhava is concerned, all anarthas are concerned. Ataha manasvarupa tacheshtaanusandhanena tad vilapane yatnah karyah iti. Ataha manasvarupa tacheshta anusandhanena. So by the anusandhanam, by deliberation upon the manasvarupam, what's the nature of the mind? Tacheshta, what are the activities, what is it that the mind does? What's the nature of the mind? And what the mind does, by deliberation upon that, tad vilapane yatnah karyah. Therefore, effort must be made for the cessation of the mind. Vilapane, the mind must be made to merge, so that there will be no superimposition, there will be no division, no anartha, because the mind is identified as the primary cause of samsara. Ida viprayana, that the mind must be encouraged to get merged, so there will be no samsara. Atmana samvada rupam prakaranam arvamanaha. So therefore, this is a prakaranam which is the nature of atmamana samvada, a dialogue between the self and the mind. Bhagavan Bhashyakara. So understand that all of this is after knowing. Then now the mind, if it remains active because of the habit, then becomes an obstacle. Therefore, having gained the knowledge, the next level, next stage is for the cessation of the activities of the mind, so that manonasa, all the habitual errors that are caused in the mind because of ignorance, they continue to remain even after the knowledge as residue, and therefore we must get rid of them, and by quietening the mind. And therefore, tad vilapane yatna karya, for the vilapanam, for the merger of the mind, cessation of the mind, the effort must be made. The viprayana, with that in mind, Atmana samvadarupam prakaranam. This prakaranam, the nature of Atma and Mana. Arvamanaha bhashyakaraha. So bhashyakara, who is now about to begin this prakaranam, prakana prayojanam tavadaha prayujyati. So before beginning the Atmana samvada, Bhashyakara states what's the prayojanam of this prakaranam. So, prayujyati, the first verse is prayujya trishna jvaranashikaranam chikitsitam jnana viraga bheshajam nayati kamajvara sannipatajam shariramalam shatayoga dukkhitam. Prayujya trishna jvara nashikaranam. Jvara, the fever of the nature of trishna, or the craving. So, nashikaranam. What is this? Is a disease. This jvara, or the fever of the nature of trishna, that has to be treated by medicine. Chikitsitam, so jnana viraga bheshajam. Bheshajam, the rasayanam, the ushadhi is jnana viraga. And that is what eliminates the trishna and jvara. Jvara of the nature of trishna is eliminated by the bheshajam, by the medicine of jnana and vairagya. Prayujya. So when you apply that medicine, nayati kama jvara sannipatajam. Kama jvara sannipata. Sannipata is blabbering. When there is too much of fever, then that person blabbers. So the fever of kama makes his mind blabber. And shariramaram, that gives rise to this mala, or a whole series of the next birth body. Shatayoga dukkhitam, which causes hundreds of dukkha. Yoga associated with dukkha. So looking at the tika, chikitsitam means chikitsa. So chikitsitam is the bhava pratyaya, and it should mean chikitsa bhave nishtha. Like gamitam means gamanam, something like that, So the past participle, chikitsitam, the chikitsa that has been done, should be understood as chikitsa. Jnana viveka, jnana viraga bheshajam. Jnanam viveka rupam. Viragam, it should be there. Viraga audasinyam. Jnanam vivekaru viraga audasinyam. So viveka jnanam, what is vairagya audasinyam? Audasinya is freedom from raga and dvesha. Audasinya is the neutral view, dispassionate view, where the mind is free from passion of raga and dvesha, attachment and aversion. So, viragam, viraga, audasinyam. The audasinyam, indifference arising from the freedom of raga dvesha. It's detachment basically. Manovritti Visheshu Anasakti Lakshanam. Anasakti, freedom of attachment from the Vishayas, the objects of the mind. Manovritti Visheshu. So objects that they appear in the form of the thoughts or manovritti. Because ghatapata, any objects are going to be only perceived by us when they take the form of the thought. So manovritti vishayeshu, those which are the objects of the vritti or the thoughts of the mind. Anasakti lakshanam avdasinyam. Indifference of the nature of anasakti or freedom from asakti, freedom from attachment and aversion. So that is the Bheshajam, Yasmin. Jnana Viraga Bheshajam Chikitsitam. So this is Bheshajam Yasmin, that in which this is the Bheshajam or Aushadhi or the medicine. So that in which the medicine is of nature of Jnana or Viveka and Vairagya. Tat Chikitsitam. Chikitsitam means the chikitsa, trushna, chikitsa the treatment. Trushna, rupa, jvaranasya karanam. The treatment will eliminate the jvara or the fever of the nature of trushna, trushna, rupa, jvara. So this treatment of viveka and vairagya will remove the jvara or the fever of the nature of trishna or craving. Prayujya, so this is the medication that we would apply for becoming free from the disease of trishna or the craving. Dukkhitam nayati pavan. Then a person does not anymore now gets connected with dukkha. He does not come to sadness. Meaning sadness does not come to him. He becomes free from dukkha or sadness or sorrow. Meaning that primary cause of sorrow is this trishna jvara, fever of the nature of trishna, the craving. And for that fever of trishna, the medicine is the jnana viraga. So when that chikitsa, the treatment, is applied to remove the fever of the nature of trishna, then nayate dukkhitam. Then this person does not anymore suffers from any pain or sorrow. Then kamajvara sannipatajam shariramaram. Kamajvara. Again, trushnajvara and kamajvara. There is no difference between the two. Kama also means desire. Trishna means craving, but then they can be used interchangeably. So kama eva jvara, meaning that the kama, the desire, craving itself is a jvara or the fever. Then nimitta sannipadaha. Sannipada explained is murcha. So this fever causes sannipada, causes blabbering or causes murcha or unconsciousness. Meaning that you become unconscious of the reality. What is meant by unconsciousness? It is not being conscious of the reality. Atma, anatma, viveka, aviveka lakshana, murcha. It's aviveka lakshana, not atma, the viveka lakshana. So every human being is suffering from this murcha or the unconsciousness of the nature of aviveka, not being able to distinguish between atma and anatma. So taking Atma to be Anatma as one and superimposing the attributes of Anatma on Atma, and therefore thinking that I am a limited person, and therefore suffering from that sense of lack or want or limitation. And then if no treatment is provided for this is accepted as a reality of life. That kama or trishna is accepted as a reality of life. A person keeps on going ahead to fulfill those desires. Then sharira parampara sata yogaihi. Call it sharira mala or call it parampara sata yogaihi. And that's how Shata Yoga Dukkhita. So here, Sharira Parampara Shata Yoga. Mala is Parampara, there is a series of bodies. Meaning that one will keep on taking one birth after the other. Dukkhitam Nayati. So, Shata Yoga Dukkhitam. The Dukkhita is because of the association of the body. And when you are born only with the identification of the body. It's taken for granted. Birth means identification with the body. That means a sense of mortality, sense of ignorance, sense of smallness, sense of lack or want. It all goes with it. And that is primarily the cause of sorrow. So, pida or the pain happening at the level of body is one thing. But the pain, manasa santapa, the pain happening at the level of mind can be cured. It is not cured. This pain of the nature of the kama or trishna is not cured. Since kama is not satisfied, that kama will push me to another birth where I can fulfill that kama. If that is not done there, it will push me to third birth. So sajayate kama vir tatra tatra. Person is born along with kamana in the respective places. So since kamanas are countless, therefore births are also going to be countless, because satisfying kamana is not going to end the kamana, it will going to be rise to further kamanas, and therefore shata yoga dukkhitam sharira parampara shata yogai sambandhai. Yoga means sambandhaya. Therefore, yoga sambandha with the series of the births, new births. So, dukkhitam, the dukkha or the sorrow born of the association with the bodies, which are the result of the kamana. Nayati. One becomes free from this dukkhitam, or from this dukkha, arising from the association with the countless bodies, which are the product of this kama, which cannot be satiated. So this one does not find an end to this dukkha, unless one treats this jara with the medicine of jnana and vairagya, or viveka and vairagya. Yadva chikitsatam bheshaj visheshanam yojyam. So chikitsatam bheshajam. Samyak yatha shastram sadhinam ityartha. And so yatha shastram sadhitam. So this jnana vairagya, as it is unfolded or it is delineated by shastram, that bheshajam or the medicine one has to apply or one has to take in order to cure the jvara or the fever of this kama or trishna, which gives rise to countless births, associated with countless bodies, and therefore associated with countless dukkha. This is prakarana prayojanam. Prakarana prayojanam is to bring an end to the dukkha arising from association with the series of bodies, which are the result of this fever of karma, which can be cured by the medicine of Viveka and Vairagya. So that is the prayojana of this prakram. Bheshaja prayoga prakranam atmana samvadena prapanchayati. So this Bheshaja yoga, or prayoga rather, application of this medicine of the jnana and vairagya. Jnana viraga bheshajam, the medicine of the nature of jnana and viraga, or viveka and vairagya. Prayoga, the application of this medicine, atmana samvadena prapanchayati, is elaborated, delineated here by the samvada, dialogue between Atma and Mana, the self and the mind. This came again earlier also. In the beginning we had this Atmana samvada. And so the mind is addressed here. Second verse says, Aham mameti tvamanarthamihase Parathamichanti tavanya ihitam Natertha bodho nahi mesti charthita Tatascha yuktascha ma eva te manaha. So what is manas? And the nominative singular will be manaha, and then the sambodhana prathama also will be manaha. So mana, hey manaha, O my mind, aham mama iti tvam anartham ihase. Ihase chestase. So you are indulging into the anartha, or the nature of suffering, of the nature by your aham and mama. That will become your nature. Idam ityapit drashtavya. Aham mama and idam. I, mine, and this. Iti. O mind, it has become your habit always to brand everything, to brand the self as aham, to brand the possessions as mama, and to brand other things as idam. So this is a habit. Tvam anartham vyartham ihase chestase. This is a wrong notion, a wrong habit. Takes for granted the duality. It's aham, mama, idam. So then idam is different from aham, and aham is different from idam, and different from mama. Thus the mind imagines this duality. So, tvam anartham ihase, this is what you habitually do. Then mind says, wait a minute, nanu, tvam arthameva, tattvadarthameva ham cheste. Hey, this chesta, this activity or this of the aham, mama, idam is for you. Mind says, I, mine, and this kind of notions I create. Or I revel within those notions, I function within that realm of aham, mama, and idam. Put it this way. Tvadartham is for you that I am doing it. Ata kasamanasakhyam. So the very thing that I am doing for you, aham idam, aham mama idam, which I am doing for your well-being, how do you brand it as anartham? Katham anarthakyam. Why do you see that? Why do you say that it brings about anartha or suffering? I am doing it for your happiness. Iti chet, if this is what the mind says, then here it says, Naham Sankhya. I am not Sankhya. What does Sankhya say? Yam prati evam abhimanastavai uttaramaha. See, Sankhya talks about the Purusha and Prakriti. The mind will fall in the category of Prakriti. The Sankhya visualize that purpose of Prakriti is to Purusha Upakara in order to serve the Purusha or do what the Purusha wants. So Purusha and Prakriti are two separate entities. And what does Prakriti do? Prakriti recognizes what the Purusha wants. So all the want or desire of the Purusha can be classified in these two categories, Bhoga and Apavarga. So either this Purusha wants Bhoga, the worldly pleasures, or Apavarga, he wants moksha. So Sankhya say that the Prakriti recognizes this need of the Purusha or human being and creates a world around him so that he can fulfill that need. I mean, Purusha is different, seen as different from Prakriti, and mind is part of Prakriti. Therefore, Purusha is seen as separate from mind. So when the mind says, hey you, I am doing it for you, that means mind is looking upon the self as different. So that is what the Sankhyas do. Mind belongs to Prakriti, Purusha is the self, and they accept the duality between the two. Therefore, when you say, when a mind you say that I am doing this for you, that means that you are looking upon me as different from you, and then you are doing something in order to benefit me. This is the model that Sankhyas apply. Iti chet, if this is what you say, Naham Sankhya. I am not Sankhya. Yam prativam abhimana tavaiti. So, if you say that I am doing it for you, then you are simply following Sankhya philosophy. But looking upon me as Purusha, yourself as Prakriti, and Purusha being different from Prakriti, and Prakriti is for the purpose of Purusha, serving the purpose of Purusha. Aham mameti tvam anarthamiyase parathamichanti tava anyaihi ihitam. Tava ihitam, ihita, here means chesta again, or desire, either way. Ihitam, parartham, purushasya, bhoga pavargartham, anye sankhya ichanti. Anye parartham ichanti. So what you say that you are doing this aham mama nidam for my sake, this sounds like Sankhya, where the Prakriti is said to do what is required for the well-being of the Purusha. Tava ihitam parartham purushasya bhoga apavargartham. And Purusha has two desires, bhoga and apavarga. Either he wants bhoga, the worldly pleasures, or apavarga, he wants moksha. So 4 purusarthas are reduced to 2. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha are reduced to bhoga and apavarga. Where dharma, artha, kama will fall in the category of bhoga and moksha is apavarga. So bhoga apavagartham anye sankhya ichanti. But that is what the Sankhyas think or Sankhyas are trying. That's what they do. Now I am Vedanta Siddhanta Vedina. We who are familiar with the Vedanta Siddhanta never look upon mind as separate from Atma. That nothing is separate from Atma. Therefore, mind also enjoys whatever so consciousness it is, or that is due to the presence of the Atma, and mind by itself is unconscious, and the consciousness the mind seems to have is not independent. They look upon mind as independent entity. He says no. So therefore we are not Sankhyas, where you, as part of Prakriti, would be a well-wisher of the Purusha, looking upon Purusha as different from you. That's a Sankhya view. And therefore what you say that you are doing this chesta of aham mama idam for my sake is not right. Because that presupposes that I, the Purusha, is different from you. Navayam Vedanta Siddhanta Vedina, so na icchanti, the Vedanta, knowers of Vedanta Siddhanta, we don't accept it. Vicharyamane tvam manishitam api buddha mudha. So when you deliberate upon what is going on here, tvam manishitam api mudha. So what you are thinking also, what desiring also is vyartha, is mudha. Mudha is vyartha or mithya. यतः से अर्थबोधो न संभवति अचेतनत्वात्, because he mind, you are achetana. Therefore, you cannot have knowledge of anything. Artha-bodha. You cannot have the bodha, the meaning or knowledge of artha. Artha also means the padartha. So you cannot, you are unconscious entity. Therefore, you can't be conscious of this aham, mama, etc. You can't be conscious, because for being conscious you require to be a conscious entity, which you are not. Yataste arthabodho na sambhavati acetanatvat. Hey mind, you are unconscious, therefore you cannot be aware of objects, etc. You don't have awareness. But you are addressing the mind anyway, as though it's a conscious entity. But here he is being told that you are unconscious. Acetanatvat. And therefore, how can you have arthabodha, the knowledge of the objects or knowledge of anything? Nabhime tvai arthita asti. Nor do I desire anything from you. So neither do you know what desire is because you are unconscious, nor do I desire anything from you because I am full and complete. Tataschate shamaha la eva yukta ityartha. Therefore, it's only improper that you quiet down. So you calm down, because your chesta doesn't serve any purpose at all. The chesta involves aham, mama, idam. All that chesta arises from looking upon me as different from you. So you are Prakriti, I am Purusha, and Prakriti is doing something to help the Purusha. That is Sankhya. We don't believe in that. We don't think anything can stand apart from Purusha. Prakriti does not stand apart from Purusha. Prakriti enjoys satta, sfurti because of Purusha. But Prakriti by itself is unconscious, and the consciousness or the sentiency that you see in Prakriti is due to the presence of Purusha, not because of the nature of Prakriti. And that's what you are. And therefore, how can you know what I want? Or how can you desire, And therefore, you are unconscious, you calm down. Your chesta will serve no purpose at all. Tataschate shamaha la eva yuktaha. So number one, I don't need anything. Number two, you don't know what I need. Number three, you cannot do what I need. And therefore, best is that you calm down. So this is how the mind is addressed for keeping quiet, or ultimately because the mind is thought to be the cause of samsara. So tad vilapana yatna karya. Therefore efforts should be made for the cessation of the mind, quietening the mind. Manonashaha. atmanah arthitva bhavam sadhayati. How do you say Atma has no need? Arthitva. Arthi means the desirer. Arthitva bhavam, Atma has no need, no desire. So next verse is Yato न चान्यः परमात् सनातनात् सदैव तृप्तोऽहमतो न मेऽर्थितात् सदैव तृप्तश्च न कामये हितम् यतस्वचेतः प्रशमायते हितम्. न कामये न मे अर्थिता. I don't need anything for which you need to fulfill, you can fulfill. Na kamaye hitam, I don't need any welfare also. I have no need for any objects, nor do I need to be made, feel good, because I'm all right. I don't need anything, and I'm all right as I am. Therefore, you don't have to provide any need, nor do you have to make me feel good, I'm good. You don't have to make me feel good. I don't need anything, so you don't have to provide anything to me. Why is it so? So, yato na chanya paramat sanatanat, sanatanat purnananda rupat, paramat avikarat, paramatma anya naham yatah. So, I'm not that Purusha. I'm not different from the paramat sanatanat. Sanatanat purnananda rupat. I'm the nature of Purnananda. I'm Purna Ananda, meaning there is no lack or want in me. Paramat, I am the Supreme, meaning that free from all limitations. Therefore, avikarat, free from all limitation, meaning free from all the modifications or free from all change. So I am changeless. Paramatmana anya naham. I am not different from that Paramatma who is Parama and Sanatana, who is the Sanatana, the Purna, and Parama also Nirvikara. Sadeva Truptaha, Ata Sadeva Truptaha. Therefore, I am always content. There is no lack in me. If there is lack in me, then there would be need, then there would be desire, then you can fulfill that desire. The scope of your fulfilling my desire would arise provided I have desire. And I would have desire provided if I was not content. I was not content with myself, not content with what is, then the question of desire comes. I am totally content with myself and with everything. Name arthita. So arthi means the one who desires. Arthita, I have no desires basically. Sadaiva trupta ityadi rupa. Na kamaye hitam, therefore I don't need any welfare because I am already well. So you think that you are helping me. You are bringing about my welfare, well-being. So I am all right. So first of all, you think that you are fulfilling the desire. I have no desire because I am trupta. And I feel good about myself, I am completely well. And therefore you can't make me better than what I am. So you don't have to do anything for my well-being or my welfare. Yatasva chetah prashamaya tasmadhe chetah te prashamaya yatasva. So, he chetah, there is no need for any kind of activity or any kind of concern. You don't have to have any concern about me. So you become restless or you become active because you are concerned about me, about my well-being, about my needs, about my desires, so you are concerned about that. Recognize that I have no desires and I am already well, So therefore, my well-being you don't have to try. You don't have to worry about fulfilling your desires. Therefore, you need not have any concern about me. So calm down. I understand why you are active and why you want to do something. Because you are concerned about me. So recognize that there is no need for you to have any concern. Sadaiva truptascha na kamehitam. I was content with myself and therefore content with everything else. And therefore, hitam na kamaye. I don't desire, I don't need any welfare. I'm already well. Yatasva chetah prasamaya, dharve chetah prasamaya tasva. May you make an effort for prasamam, for calming down, for quietening. So the Tika says, Mumukshuna mano vilayane yatnah karita abhipraya. Means mumuksha should always try for manolaya, or the merger, or the quietening of the mind. Iti abhipraya. Okay, we'll continue. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purna Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kratau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
હરિઓમ. 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 તો હવે આ ઉપદેશ શાસ્ત્રી ગ્રંથ એ પૂરો થવા જઈ રહ્યો છે થોડાક દિવસોમાં. એટલે આપણે એક ભાવ અભિવ્યક્તિનો વિચાર કરી રહ્યા છીએ. તો સ્વામીજી મહારાજનું સૂચન એવું છે કે જેને જે બોલવું હોય તે બોલે. આમ 19 પ્રકરણ આ થયા, 3 આગળના થયા ગદ્યના, એટલે 22 પ્રકરણ થાય. એક પ્રકરણ એક જણ બોલે તો 22 વક્તા થાય. એ કદાચ મુશ્કેલ પડે. અને એટલે બંને પ્રકારથી તૈયાર કરનારને પણ કદાચ મુશ્કેલ પડે એટલા 22 વક્તા મળે કે કેમ. અને સમય પણ ઘણો જાય. સ્વામીજી મહારાજ કે જો કોઈ દબાણ પર રાખવાની જરૂર નથી, એટલે જેની જે પણ પ્રકરણો પર જે વિષય પર બોલવાની ઈચ્છા હોય તે બોલી શકે. અને સ્વામીજી મહારાજ 10 મિનિટ કહી રહ્યા છે. મેં તો 5 મિનિટ તો બહુ ઓછી, 5 મિનિટમાં શું બોલે, એટલે 10 મિનિટ કહે છે સ્વામીજી મહારાજ. તો આપણે 10 મિનિટ રાખીએ છીએ. એ કઈ તારીખે થશે એ આમ હજુ નક્કી થશે, પણ આપણને વચ્ચે અઠવાડિયું મળી રહ્યું છે, એટલે આપણે અત્યારે વાત કરીએ છીએ કે તૈયાર કરી શકાય. તો એને માટેના નામ મહેન્દ્રભાઈને લખાવી શકાય. એટલે કે કયા વિષય પર બોલીશું તે. તો એટલું આપણે નક્કી કરી દઈએ અત્યારે 2 દિવસની અંદર, પછી ભલે તૈયાર કરીએ, પણ 2 દિવસમાં આપણે વિષય નક્કી કરી લઈએ અને નામ લખાવી લઈએ, તો આપણને પણ સ્પષ્ટતા થાય અને અહીં પણ ખબર પડે કે કેટલા વક્તા છે વગેરે. બરાબર. હરિઓમ.